you're laughing? Because I'm really not fit to be functional. Wait, I'm just not functional. I was holding the camera, just waiting for Jerry to start, not even processing that the camera was facing the wall. Like, I was looking at the wall.
Yeah.
He just did a little flippy flip, and here we
Cheers.
are. Sipping sass.
Doubleheader today.
Numero dos.
Now you have to hold it so I can set this down.
Okay. Oh, sorry about my finger over the... Here's the thing. I insisted on the camera being the other way because I tend to look that way more, okay? All right, guys. Here we are. Well, sorry. It's not that it's late to anyone, but we're coming in late. Coming in hot because we've been partying hard there with...
True story.
With Miss Jenny Hansen and
Donna Palmer.
Good times were had.
They're fun people.
We stood outside of Moulin Rouge for an hour, talking all the talk. So, anyway.
Then we went to Junior's and had cheesecake. And by cheesecake, I mean we had cupcakes.
Yeah, we had cupcakes.
But they had cheesecake.
They did. Anyway, great day, downpour of rain, but we're here to talk about shows. So I'm gonna go ahead and go first. You wanna go first?
Doesn't matter to me. Ladies first is what they say.
Okay.
So I guess I'll start.
Jerry's show.
Moulin Rouge. That is a spectacle of overwhelming sensory overload amazement.
I got a text, and the text said, I am very overstimulated.
I didn't know where to look. There's shit going on everywhere, all around you. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. The lighting in that show. Can we talk about that for a second? The lighting in that show is redonkulously amazing. The set is stunning. The stage.
It's so pretty.
It's so gorgeous.
So pretty.
It's gorgeous. The girl who plays Satine, her name is Ashley.
Ashley Lauren.
Holy buckets.
Side note, Jenny saw it with the original cast with Karen Olivo, and she said this girl is way better than Karen Olivo.
Holy buckets. She's incredible. Oh, and I kept forgetting to tell Jenny that Derek Klena reminds me of Truman. Jenny, Derek Klena reminds me of Truman.
Who's Truman?
Truman is a kid from school.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, he totally reminded me of Truman. Anyway, it was unreal. So good. If you want to go see a Broadway show that's a party, like a legit straight up, it's a party, go see that show. And it's a jukebox musical in the sense that it's a bunch of different songs from different people mashed together, but it totally works. Totally works.
If you're wanting to go to a Broadway show for like story or, to make you think, this is not the one.
No.
But if you want to go just to like have a good time.
It's so much fun. It is visually overstimulating. The colors, the costumes, the set, the lights, everything is top notch. The choreography, are you kidding me with the choreography? Holy It was it won the Tony, and very, very deservedly so. There's this super hot tango in that show. Oh, wow. I mean, it's a sexy dance. And it's amazing.
Is that during Roxanne?
Yes.
Roxanne! That entire song and scene, and I talked about it when I reviewed it 3 years ago, it is my favorite in the whole show. It's so delicious.
It's incredible.
Delicious.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
All right. That's
all you gotta say. It's just a big party.
It was so good. It was so good. I'd see it again in 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What did you go see, Allison?
I went and saw the Dear Evan Hansen.
And Allison's response when I said, how is it? What did you say?
Meh.
Who is she?
Here's the thing. I don't know.
Even are you?
I don't know if there's just,
I snot cried in that show.
I know, but you also had Ben Platt. Let me tell you something about my Evan. He was cute enough, and like his awkward acting was good. It was cute enough. Vocally, I wanted to punch him in the face. I was actually angry at times.
You're very violent.
I was very frustrated. But more than that, he did not have any emotion. He sang
Words Fail.
Words Fail.
That's the snot cry song.
No. Not even, he couldn't even like muster a pretend sad.
I'm stunned.
Yeah. Now, everyone in the audience but me was crying, and I'm like, why are you all crying? This kid is not even in touch with his emotions. But
what is even happening right now?
Let me tell you something about him. When he sang with his voice connected, he had a lovely, beautiful voice. But what happened over and over again. Okay, and also I think we all got really spoiled with Ben Platt because that man is unnatural.
He's a machine.
And he's
not real.
Sing, into those high places. And
he's not
even
real.
when it was sad and even when it was quiet, it was full. And it like carried. This kid,
Careful, it's midnight.
Waving, waving. It would go to like this super almost whisper sound, and like it was very frustrating. Okay?
Allison has some feelings.
It was very frustrating. And his mom did the same thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, connect your effing sound. Connect to your breath. That's all. So I was frustrated.
Meanwhile, my leads were incredible singers.
Yeah, I know. So and this was the first show I've seen in a while where I was like, judgy on your singing. That being said, the girl who played Alana, is that her name? The weird girl at school. I liked her a lot. But here's the highlight of the evening. So.
Why are you throwing things?
Oh, anyway, so I'm, show starts, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then the character of Jared comes out, and the audience, like, loses their shit. Like, totally cheering. And I was like, what? Oh, I had no idea. I was seeing Gaten Matarazzo. Is that his name? Gaten? I didn't even know that name until, like, last week when my kids were talking about him because they are all Stranger Things freaks and love it. We don't watch Stranger Things. Anyway, and that kid, Gaten,
it's about aliens or something.
Dustin, that character, is their very favorite. So I was like, well, that's fun. I'm seeing this kid. Now, he might have been my very favorite part of the show. He was hilarious. I quite enjoyed him.
Yeah. Hold this so I can get a sip of my sass while you sass.
Okay. Oh, and the dad was terrible.
Why'd you cut me out?
Sorry. The dad was terrible. Like, his voice was, like, so in his throat. Ooh. I didn't like him. And I think my favorite part was when the trees came up out of the ground. I was like, what the hell? Why has no one ever told me about the orchard? No one's ever talked about the orchard. It was really cool.
They go to an orchard at the end of the show.
I know. And all these trees came up out of the stage, and I really loved that. I was like, well, that's cool. So, I mean, it's not like I hated the show. I just was like, I could take it or leave it, It wasn't anything.
That is not my experience.
Anything that great.
That is not the experience I had.
See, and I have listened to that cast recording, ad nauseum. Max said made to the point that Maisie hates it because Max listens to it so much. She's like, no, not Evan Hansen. So I know that. And I love the music. But then I saw the movie, and that was just the biggest
terrible.
steaming pile of dump there ever was. It was so bad. And so I was like, I don't. So here's my thing. I'm glad I saw it because finally I understand the character of Jared, of Connor and Jared, and I'm like, oh, that's who those people, oh, okay. And the sister, like it, so everything finally makes sense and the flow of everything makes sense. And there, there were good elements. It wasn't like the worst show I've ever seen ever. It's just not one that I think I would ever be like, I need to see that. I need to see that again. No, I don't. I don't need to see it again. But now I can say I've seen it and we love life.
There you go.
So, yeah. Oh, but I have to really quickly talk about after the show because it was so ridiculous. I don't do stage doors. That's not my thing. And so I crossed the street, which is Come From Away. That's where I crossed. And I stood there because that show gets out early. And I was just like, Jerry was still in his show and I was just going to wait. And I mean, the crowds, you guys, it was ridiculous. There was like a line of, Lincoln Town SUVs.
Lincoln Town cars?
Yeah, but SUVs. Whatever.
You're so pretty.
I know.
Lincoln Town SUVs.
Yeah, whatever they are.
So dumb. I love you so much.
Anyway, so there's a line of them in front of the theater, which means those are only there when they're like whisking important people out the stage door. Oh my gosh. Like so many people on either side of the stage door, like back forever and ever. 100 people deep. And I'm just watching it in amusement. I'm like, these people are freak shows. I took a picture. I'm going to post it in my post because I was on the phone with Maggie. And she's like, Mom, you have to take a picture. You have to take a video. Please, Macy's freaking out. I was like, I am not that person, Maggie. Because I look across the street and it's an army of people with their arms in the air with their phones, like waiting for the moment that he was going to walk out that door. Anyway, it was so stupid. But then she's like, please, Mom, you have to for Maisie. Oh my gosh. So, but before I went back across the street, the Evan came out and everyone's like, "Wah!" And they whisk him around and he walks around the front of the SUV. So now he's on my side of the street and then he comes running over and he's like running right at me. Because as it turns out, like his little besties were standing right next to me. And they're like, ah, my God. They're all hugging each other and I'm like, that's hilarious. That's the Evan guy. Okay, anyway, by the way, you didn't sing that great. I said nothing.
You're a terrible
I'm just mad.
person.
I'm mad. I wish I could have seen Sam Premack. That's all I'm saying.
I know,
What
he's
a
not there
ripoff.
yet.
I know. That's just a ripoff. Anyway, and then finally, so they whisked him off. He had a security guy with him. They whisked the Jared off. They whisked someone else. And then finally, so now I'm over there with all the dorks with my phone raised to take a picture of Maisie. I can't really see him. And finally he comes out. Gaten comes out and he's got his like baseball hat and this giant mask. So you just see this. But he was cute. Like everyone's losing their mind. And he stopped and he waved. And then he got into the car and then he stood at it and he waved and anyway, so don't even worry. I got a picture of a blurry guy in a white hat and a white mask. I was this close to Gaten Matarazzo. And by this close, I mean like this close. Anyway, so that's my story. I'm sick and tired.
Love it.
Yeah. Okay. Happy Sip and Sass. What are we seeing tomorrow, Jer?
What day is tomorrow?
Oh, tomorrow we're seeing POTUS.
Oh, yeah.
We're seeing that one together.
Yeah.
Really excited about that.
Yeah, because I'm supposed to go see Company and I hate that show. So I get my ticket away.
Me too.
That's what you do. That's what you do. Sorry, Patty.
Okay, bye.
Bye, everyone. See you tomorrow.